supply chain. Now, yes, we're aware of the supply chain issues, big manufacturing demand, lots of holdup. You can't just turn off the world's biggest economy for a year, basically, and then just turn it back on again and expect everything to get back to normal right away. That's just not going to happen, and it didn't happen. So right now, we're all experiencing these problems. Let me tell you something. They will work themselves out. Okay, eventually these supply chain issues will go away. There was 2 months ago a 20-day wait for cargo ships off the coast of the West Coast ports. It is now down to 4 days. Their biggest issue, of course, is not getting the cargo ships in. It's finding enough people to unload these cargo ships and put them on trucks and railroads to get them out to people. But okay, that's another headache altogether. In the end, these supply chain issues will be working itself out, but it's going to take a good 6 months or so, probably, because it's not going to happen automatically. Well, you don't want to hear that. You want answers. You have supply chain problems. What do? Well, like earlier, I can tell you that there's no silver bullet to solving them for you. All I can do is just share with you what other business leaders and executives around the country are doing right now to mitigate their supply chain issues. They cannot just wave a wand and conjure up product for themselves. They have to take other steps. So let me tell you about some basics about what they're doing. Everyone that's smart that I'm talking to are getting their arms around their inventory. Because when you think about it, how can you even address your supply chain issues when you don't even know what your own supply is? So what a lot of my clients are doing right now are they're counting their inventory. They're taking a big physical counts, and then they're establishing what their high-moving inventory items are, and we all know what they are. We all know that 20% of our inventory is driving 80% of our sales. So for those 20% of those high-moving items, they're cycle counting them. I'm an accountant here talking to you now. Every week, they're recounting this inventory to make sure they have got their arms around their supply, so they know what they have on hand before they have to know what they got to order next. So if you haven't addressed your inventory, now is the time to do so. The second thing many of my clients are doing right now is they're getting these SBA loans, these 7A and 504 loans. They're taking advantage of, some of them did have good years, like some of you in here as well. They're investing in technology. Labor costs are high. Labor benefits are high. Labor headaches are high dealing with people. Machines don't need health insurance, nor do they complain or they argue for more time off or to work from home. So a lot of business owners are investing and reinvesting in technologies for their warehouses and their production floors, and the cost of these technologies have dropped considerably. You must consider this year RFID, radio frequency ID tags. You can Google them. Email me. I am happy to recommend a few great providers of them. Trust me, they work with your accounting system now. They're labels and stickers that you put on, and when they're implemented, boom, you don't even have to do cycle counts. You get automatic inventory just by putting in the effort to make sure you're tagging everything. A lot of people, of course, are doubling down on barcoding this year. This is the year to do it because it's all about supply. Many others are putting in GPS systems around. I see Garmin is one of the sponsors here. Other companies like that GPS their factories, their warehouses. It's because they got to know where their inventory is and where their supply is. In addition, I am seeing clients with autonomous vehicles running around their warehouses. Remember we heard about the driverless cars from Uber and this and that? Well, trust me, that's still ways off in the future. These from VFetch are about $10,000 a unit. You stack them up with stuff that once they map out, they're like a Roomba for your warehouse, except they're carrying around your product around. Think about the people, the time that's saving, the people effort that's being saved by having autonomous vehicles going around, relatively inexpensive. Other of my clients are investing in drones for their warehouses. This is the drone. Again, I can send you recommendations again about $10,000 for a drone. They not only can carry stuff high up, they're equipped with video. They can check for safety. They can check for inventory levels. All of it is about productivity.